My name is John Fadden. I was born at Messina, New York, north of us, and I grew up at Onchiota, with the St. Regis Mohawk Reservation. And my father was a school teacher, and he taught there, and that's where my mother is from. And then at some point, my folks decided, especially at the urging of the driving force of my father, to have this museum, because he was a school teacher and you have the summers off to do other things, and he always wanted to have a Native American museum. The driving purpose, I think, was my dad, again, he started it. And he was born in 1910. And that's just 20 years after the Wounded Knee Massacre in South Dakota. And at that time, and it hasn't changed an awful lot, but the attitude toward the Native Americans wasn't always the best. People looked down their nose at Indians, and they knew very little about them. And of course, the educational system, I'm sad to say, is extremely weak relative to the fact that these people have been here for thousands of years. So that weakness within the educational system was one of the forces that made my dad produce this museum. When he was very young, I traveled around New York State. He was a teenager, and he would go to different reservations and meet the people there and learn more about the culture. And often, in some cases rather, he would be at a reservation, he'd meet an elder, and the person would see that my father was thirsting for this information. And so they would be very happy to tell somebody the knowledge that they as elders had. And so they would impart a lot of knowledge to him during those periods of time. Even if you see that in the other room, there's that miniature replica of an Iroquois longhouse. And a lot of people find that interesting. You know, everybody likes miniature railroads and things, or miniature barkhouses. And they'll ask questions about it. And then what that can lead to is you talk to them about the fact that the Iroquois traditionally were a matriarchal society, and that longhouse was of one clan. And the woman, the mother, the grandmother of the clan was in charge of that. And that all the children following the mothers are of the same clan. And so you get to teach about the culture that way by just that particular artifact. If you came in here and there was nothing here on the walls and just an individual talking, telling these stories, it can be effective, but not as effective as looking at things.